Let's look at some toning exercises to help us achieve the American accent. We're going to look at exercises for the throat, the jaw, the diaphragm, the lips, and the tongue. You want your throat to be relaxed, so try giving your throat a nice massage and your neck a massage while you're at it. Stretch your neck from side to side, turn right and left, do some circles, anything to relax your neck. Can you move your throat from side to side? So you want it to be so relaxed that it's easy to move it. Then can you make your tongue touch your chin? And can you do that while you look up 45 degrees to the right and to the left? That will help you open your throat. You want to keep your throat really big when you speak English. Don't get it all constricted or you'll get this froggy sound in your throat. You want to feel like your throat is so big you could fit a whole apple in your throat. Ah, ah, nice and big. So really use your tongue to touch your chin to open that throat as an exercise. Of course, we're not going to go around with our tongues hanging out. Now for the jaw, practice opening wide. Let your chin fall with gravity. There's hinges here that help you open your mouth. Feel them opening. Yawn vertically and horizontally. Ah, ah. Prolong those yawns to make your jaw stronger. Open wide with your thumbs pressing up on your chin for resistance. That's going to make my jaw stronger so that it's easier and effortless to make the wide open sounds like ah and ah in English. We want to make sure our jaw is nice and loose, so let's go side to side. I feel like a goat when I do that exercise. And let's do jaw circles. In both directions. And just moving between the vowels long U and short back O, ooh, ah, gives you a lot of jaw exercise. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. What about your lips? What about making fish lips? You tightly round your lips and open and close them like a fish. This will be useful for the W, W, and even the SH. Shh. Sue wears her shoes to work. Sue wears her shoes to work. Lots of fishy lip movement is needed there. Try alternating between ooh and e to really practice those fish lips. Ooey, 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 ooey. Now to strengthen our tongue, let's try thrusting it out and touching our nose. Well, almost. I really want to stretch that tongue. And let's put the tip of the tongue on our bottom teeth and push the middle of the tongue out. This will help strengthen the mid-tongue when you need to bend it for front vowels like long A and long E. And circle your tongue around the inside of the mouth. This will increase your tongue's flexibility and range of motion in both directions. These are all great warm-ups to do multiple times a day to really strengthen everything you need to make good English. To make a better S sound, we can practice having a spear-shaped tongue tip and making it escape from our tightly pursed lips. When my lips are so pressed together, the only way the tongue can get out is by becoming very pointy and spear-shaped and muscular. And you'll need that to make the S sound, to really direct the air. S. Make your pointy tongue break through your pursed lip. When you go between a TH and an S, you'll need a relaxed tongue for the TH, but the pointy tongue for the S. Let's try it. And try making your hummingbird wing fast D tongue. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. The tongue comes up and taps very quickly and lightly, many times. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You'll need that to make a fast D, like in the middle of the word water. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. To exercise the middle of our tongue, let's make the Y sounds, like yo, ya, yo, ya, yo, ya. We really need the middle of the tongue to make a Y sound. And we can find that Y by going halfway between the E and the oo. E-U. E-U. Did you hear the Y in the middle? That's how you find it. Yo, ya, yo, ya, yo, ya. Yo, ya, yo, ya, yo, ya. And to find the back of the tongue and work it, let's do g, 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 g. And let's hold the jaw so it's not moving and only the tongue is doing the work. G, 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 g. G, 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 g. And you can switch from the front of the tongue to the back of the tongue. Tika, 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 tika. Tika, 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 tika. Tika, 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 tika. And of course, you'll do the tongue circles for tongue exercises. Where is my voice coming from? Make sure you're using your diaphragm. Here's the diaphragm. When you inhale, the diaphragm muscle contracts and moves down, leaving more space inside your chest so air can enter the lungs. When you exhale, the diaphragm muscle relaxes and moves back up, making the space in your chest smaller and pushing air out of your lungs. So when you inhale, you need to get a lot of air into you and down deep so that your rib cage expands. We also want to try yawning or sighing so that you're using your diaphragm to get enough air. And that also helps you open up the back of your mouth. Let's try it. Really big open throat, and I get a lot of air when I do that. You need that big air in order to get out a long sentence in one breath in English. Let's yawn a few times. Also, when you yawn, you open your mouth so wide and you raise the top of your mouth so high that you can get a higher pitch. I started that yawn with a really high pitch, which could be useful for hitting some of the higher notes in my range. You also want to find your comfortable high pitch and your comfortable low pitch. So for me, I can very comfortably speak like this. This is my high. And I can very comfortably speak like this. This is my low. So I want to be able to go between my high and my low. High, low, and just get really comfortable with your own pitch range. And maybe I can siren up and down on any vowel I choose between those pitches. I want to be very comfortable between my high and my low note, and so do you. We also want to try humming. When you hum, feel how the area around your lips and mouth and nose vibrates. And And it's not just in the back of the throat. We don't want the vibration in the back of the throat. That's how you get that ugly vocal fry. We want the vibration to come forward in the face. And not get stuck back in the throat. Try adding a pitch glide up and down as you hum. Then you won't sound monotonous when you're speaking English. Try humming your favorite song or just happy birthday. You can connect different words and different pitches while maintaining a relaxed throat. Can you do a lip trill? When you blow enough air and your lips are relaxed enough, they naturally trill. And you want to have relaxed lips and the right amount of air coming forward when you're speaking. And when I speak, maybe I feel like the sound is coming from here or even my chest. But I don't want to bring the sound up here into my head or into my nose or too high or constrict my throat. Let's keep the sound down and lower in the chest, down here. So we generally have a little bit lower voice in American English. We don't want to bring it up here and be high. Let's look at the general placement of the tongue for American English. Here you can see my tongue is too relaxed and forward, typical of a Chinese accent. Here I'm doing the opposite. I'm yawning and showing a very tense and backward tongue. Ideally, we want to be between the lax forward tongue and the tense backward tongue. So here my tongue is right between those two positions. It's a partial yawn. It's the American short O. Now watch a video of me making first a sloppy forward sound, second an American short O, and third a yawn. Notice how my tongue keeps moving backward. Watch again and notice how my voice gets lower in pitch each time I move my tongue back. Americans tend to have lower voices due to this positioning of the tongue. Now let's focus more on the American short U, which should be very relaxed but in the middle of the mouth, not too far forward. Notice how the correct short U tongue is not so far forward. It's in the middle of the mouth, slightly pulled back. Now watch how I do first the forward sloppy tongue, second the correct short U, third the correct short O, and fourth the yawn. Notice how the tongue goes down and back each time. Try yawning a few times and notice how much your tongue can go down and back. Your voice box will move down too. Feel your throat. Yawning, though exaggerated, is still a great exercise for opening your mouth and throat, as well as moving your tongue lower and more backward. This way you can achieve an American accent.